Have you ever wondered what your workout should look like when the snowboard season begins? Should you focus on specific exercises, mobility, rest? Should you even work out? Today we're gonna find out. I'm gonna give you some workout examples and let you know exactly what my approach would be. Let's dive in. My name is Mark. I am a doctor of physical therapy and current snowboard instructor at Mount Bachelor in Bend, Oregon, with my wife, Sarah, who is a licensed massage therapist, yoga instructor, health teacher, personal trainer, all that great stuff. And we do all of this for snowboarders because we absolutely love it. We want to educate, keep you riding until you are 70 plus years old. Today, I'm going to provide you my 12 golden rules to follow with in-season training. In addition, I'm going to provide 2 example programs that I will walk you through step by step. Muscle takes 8 to 12 weeks to build depending on your experience and your genetics. Sadly, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to start breaking down. Aerobic capacity, on the other hand, is a little bit faster to gain, but a little bit quicker to lose within 1 to 2 weeks. So the magic question, how do I continue training off the mountain to maintain or build the fitness that I've worked so hard for? Better yet, why? The reasons being, we want to focus on maintaining and building strength, power, speed, and agility, while increasing performance, avoiding overtraining and injury. One last caveat before we dive in, not all programs are created equal. What I mean by this is you want to look for programs that are specific for snow athletes, that allow proper rest and recovery, and are adaptable to snow athlete schedules. Shameless plug, I have created several programs for snow-specific and snowboard athletes. Check those out if you are interested in the link in the description below. So 12 golden rules, here they are. Number 1, don't stop training in season. I see this all too often. Snowboard athletes will stop training while the season starts, thinking that it is going to benefit them overall. In some ways it might, depending on the athlete, but in general, for a majority of us, continuing your training in season, but changing it will be more beneficial than stopping it altogether. Number 2, don't take your rest days lightly. Rest means rest means rest means rest. Obviously, depending on how fit you are already, this will differ, but in general, we want to allow that CNS or that central nervous system to rest and recover, allow the brain to recover, allow the body to recover, so you can perform at your highest level the next week, the next week, and the next. Number 3, treat on-mountain days as primary workout days. Yes, on-mountain snowboarding days will be treated as a primary workout. With the caveat, continue with your recovery, however that looks, with yoga, mobility, sauna, ice, whatever that looks like to you, treat it as a workout day. Number 4, in-season workouts will have lower volume. What does that mean? Lower volume is less sets, less reps to minimize soreness, to allow the CNS to recover properly. Number 5, intensity should remain moderate to high in season. The reason being is we want to maintain the power, quickness, agility, and that sharpness in the brain during the in-season. Number 6, mobility and core become a little bit more frequent in season. The reason, mobility obviously is helpful in many different areas. It also helps for recovery. The core is constantly used on mountain. It can be worked out more frequently than other muscle groups. Number 7, allow the CNS, or again, central nervous system, to rest properly. I know I already said this, but it is really important. The brain arguably uses more energy than any other muscle in the body. If we don't allow the mind to rest properly, that's when overtraining occurs, that's when injuries occur, that's when you're less sharp on the mountain. Wait, maybe that was number 8. Number 9, heavy emphasis on sleep, nutrition, and hydration. Shameless plug, Element is amazing. We don't take a lot of supplements, but we take Element every single day. Check out this link for a free sample pack. Use it on the mountain. I promise it will be very helpful. Number 10, be adaptable. What do I mean by adaptable? Things will change. Things happen, schedules change, things happen. Don't be bummed if you can't get your workout on, if you can't go to the mountain for one single day. If you had a bad day, there's never a bad day on the mountain, but be adaptable. This can cross over to other things in your life as well. Number 11, match stress levels. What does that mean? Days that require higher central nervous system requirements, such as snowboarding, are followed by days that are less CNS heavy. So today, let's say I go snowboarding. Tomorrow, I'm gonna take a lighter day take a little bit more easy, whatever that may look like. We'll dive into that in just a second, but we need to match those stress levels to allow our bodies and brains to recover properly. Number 12, and arguably most importantly, keep it simple. Always aspects of all to apply to all of your life. Keep everything as simple as possible. The more complicated it gets, the harder it is to follow, less likely it is you are to follow it. So keep it all simple, keep your programming simple, keep your workouts simple. It'll make other areas of your life that much easier. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out and gives us motivation to continue putting out great content just like this. So now for the nitty gritty, these are the 2 programming workout examples, weekly programming examples, I should say, that I'm going to provide. Of course, these are a rough, superficial overview, but in general, this is the kind of the approach that I take with some of my athletes. This programming philosophy specifically is taken from Joe Ken, who is a well-respected S&C coach. Basically, Joe Ken looks at each workout day in 3 tiers. Tier 1 being your primary goal, tier 2 being the secondary, tier 3 being your tertiary or third goal. Obviously, you're gonna prioritize these in 1, 2, and 3. So I had to scoot over here just to show you this example workout. So this first one is for those who are snowboarding 2 days a week. Now again, take these with a grain of salt because this will be different for everybody. Many people's schedules are different. Some of you are chasing snow. These days will essentially just be different. So again, it comes back to being adaptable, matching the stress levels. But today we're just gonna show you examples of 2 days and 3 days of snowboarding. So first day, essentially Monday, we have a lower body strength day. So that's your primary goal. This could be anything. Obviously, we have our specific snowboard-based workouts, but whatever you love and enjoy, and ultimately what will get you in and out of the gym or at home to be moving and being active, that's most important. Tier 2 focus is going to be light aerobic training. So again, another thing I want to emphasize is we don't stop our aerobic training in season, nor do we stop plyometrics, nor do we stop speed and agility. Okay, these are all very important aspects. The snowboarders, skiers are very well-rounded athletes. And in my opinion, this is a underrated task of snowboarding. So aerobic could be anything, whether you like jogging, bicycling, rowing, it doesn't matter as long as it's gonna get your heart rate going. Lastly, we have core stability. It could be any core-based movements that you enjoy. Obviously, we have our programming, but maybe you like planks, maybe you hate planks, whatever, just include it. Tuesday, snowboarding day, sweet. You're going snowboarding, doing your thing. Let's say it's a full day. Let's say it's a half day, 3/4 day, it doesn't matter. You treat it as a primary day, all right? We follow up with some mobility or yoga, whatever you feel like is beneficial for you. Maybe you're toasted and you just want to rest. Okay, put on that show, whatever that is, zone out, life is good. Wednesday, upper body strength. Okay, so like we said, we want to match those stress levels, so maybe you tone it down a little bit on the upper body day. Whatever your flavor is, upper body is your day. We add in speed and agility, all right? So before we had light aerobic, now we have some light speed and agility, finished off with that core stability. Thursday, this could be a snowboarding day, but instead we add plyometrics, okay? So for example, I talked about box jumps, fantastic. I had speed drills in there, some sprints, maybe I wanna do some hill runs, beautiful. You can finish off with some light aerobic to flush the system out of the hydrogen or lactic acid, whatever your belief is, to lessen that soreness and DOMS overall. We skip Friday, we just talked about that. Saturday, we jump in, go back to that aerobic conditioning. You know I love aerobic, I think it's underrated. Light core stability, light conditioning like walking, or if you wanted to avoid that because you're sore early season, that's perfectly okay. And most importantly, Sunday is rest. Yes, rest is important. Have your pancakes, chill with the friends, watch TV, read a book, whatever it is, rest, allow that body to fully recover. Okay, and lastly, we have 3 days of snowboarding. Things have changed a little bit. Obviously, we take out one of those workout days, we add in that snowboarding, which is now your primary day. It's your primary task is to snowboard. How awesome does that sound? So very similar, the last time we switched it up a little bit. That first day is gonna be lower body, followed by some core stability, followed by some upper body work strength as well. So it's kind of that full body day. Snowboarding, this day we also add in some recovery. Again, Wednesday we add in some upper body. We could also add in some lower extremity work as well, depending on how you feel or what you need based on your needs. Some aerobic conditioning followed by core stability. We'll skip Thursday. Power and speed is still there. Core stability is still there. Mobility is still there. And then back Sunday, again, my favorite day of the week, recovery aside from snowboarding days. This is pretty intensive, so for those of you who are snowboarding 3 days a week or more, this may need some adjustment. So that is that. I know that was really quick, but essentially that was the superficial version of kind of how I approach some athletes with their in-season training, my mentality when going into in-season, and usually how I try to describe it for athletes or those reaching out through DMs or whatnot. But again, there is no perfect system, right? So this will all be dependent on the athlete. What is their skill level? What are the demands? Are they competing? There's a lot that goes into this, and it's really nearly impossible to put a cookie cutter programming out there. But in general, this will help a majority of people who are non-competing snowboard athletes. If you are interested in something more intensive, I'm always here for movement consultations. We have, again, many programs that I have created myself using my expertise and others. Thank you again all for joining me, and I will see you all next time.